Hey, Joe, it's good to see you. We've talked a lot about the unique challenges that women face when investing. As you know, they're paid less than men for doing the same work. They're more often to be caregivers, which means they're leaving the workforce, so they're not contributing to Social Security. They don't have a company sponsored retirement plan. So I just want to talk, how do women face and overcome those challenges and take control of their financial future?
Hi, Aaron. Yeah, so on today's topic, we're looking at, how do women deal with all these, issues that there are hurdles that they have to face. And one of the key areas we talk about is we like to see women work with one, a true financial planner and fiduciary that is a has a niche market like our firm, representing women, single, divorced, widowed women, or women that are taking an active role in a marriage
Mhm.
situation. But you really want to be working with a fiduciary. A fiduciary is a lot of groups out there take advantage of the term fiduciary. A fiduciary is truly a fully licensed advisor who is licensed in insurance-based products as well as brokerage-based products, because there's a role for each one of those. So you want somebody that can do blended portfolio, get you some guaranteed income streams, and also an independent advisor like ourselves has the ability to broker and shop and pick and choose out there. When you're working with somebody affiliated with a large organization, they have limited access to various investment products that we as an independent have a full arsenal of products available for our clients.
Right, and you're obligated to act on the best interests of the client.
True,
I also
yeah,
love
that's the
that part.
definition of fiduciary. Yeah.
Right. So as women, get involved in retirement planning, I mean, you have to include the cost of healthcare, which just skyrockets. And of course, inflation, which is in the headlines today. And I just want to show you this, Joe, because you brought this graph to my attention. So when we look at the increasing cost of healthcare, which is of course a part of retirement, how do we incorporate planning for this?
Right, and you can see that's excessive, and we work in southeastern Michigan, Ann Arbor area, and that's Michigan across the board. So even in our Ann Arbor and surrounding communities, these numbers are 5 to 10% higher than this, and they're growing at a rapid pace. You can see nursing home is growing, growing, growing. So we have to, one, that's why you want to be with a fiduciary and a fully licensed advisor, that because certain products are better for like long-term care needs like this. So some portion of your portfolio has to account for long-term care needs. Over 70% of the people above 65 are going to have a need for some type of long-term care, whether it's home care. People are living long. So you need a fiduciary, and another reason for that, and a true financial planner that can build you up portfolios and have some of these different products that meets these needs, can meet inflation. We earmark certain products for down the road products that are that are helpful dealing with inflation, dealing with long-term care issues. So that's why we have, it goes back to the fiduciary and a fully licensed advisor that has everything available to you instead of just a traditional brokerage house pie chart picker. That's all they're doing is they're picking stocks and bonds. They don't do retirement planning for you. You need a true retirement planner.
Yeah, and it's complicated. So you need an expert,
Yes.
absolutely. So as we talk about retirement planning, it's not just about what you're making, it's also about what you're spending. And you've hit on these before, but I just want to lay them out here. Number one, if you're prioritizing it, it's being working with a fiduciary, right? And you
Correct.
talked a little bit about guaranteed income streams and also blended portfolios. Can you break down those two a little bit more, please?
Okay. Yep. So fiduciary. So number one, fiduciary. So like you said, a fiduciary's term or definition is acting in the best interest of the client. If you are strictly brokerage based, and I don't want to put out names of companies, but those are all the big houses that we know out there. Most of the 401k plans, they are strictly brokerage based. You can't be a
Mhm.
fiduciary and be brokerage based. You can't be a fiduciary and just be insurance based. You have to be licensed in all areas to be a fiduciary, because if you're not doing that, then you're actually kind of manipulating people into going into what you have available on your list of products. Being a fiduciary like us, we have everything available, so we can build out blended portfolios, because there's certain products, or there's certain blends. We might do 30-70 blends, where we might 30% in an insurance-based product, 70% in brokerage. There's pros and cons of each. And I always say brokerage-based, portfolio is not necessarily great. Insurance base isn't great. It's not perfect, but maybe a blended portfolio by a fiduciary can build you a perfect perfect portfolio, but we need to have access to everything available to us to build out a blended portfolio and a guaranteed income stream. Come from the insurance-based products, but those are nice products also, because we can say you have $5,000 a year in a budget or $5,000 a month budget. Well, let's get some guaranteed income streams along with your Social Security that will pay all your bills. So that will free up money in the brokerage side of the account, and maybe we can be more aggressive in that side of the account.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for laying it out that way. It really does help make it a little bit more understandable, something that's really daunting to prepare for. If
Right.
somebody would like your help, kind of, again, going through those 3 readiness checklist points, what's the best way to reach you?
Well, telephone number for us is 734-418-2111, or we have our website, which is www.a2investmentsolutions.com.
All right, Joe, thank you.
Thank you, Erin.